So San Diego erupted in chaos this week as ICE did its job enforcing federal law in courthouses. Tom Homan, President Trump's border czar, took the fight to sanctuary city policies, telling the left exactly what they need to hear. There is no sanctuary for a public safety threat or a national security threat. Leftist activists poured into the streets with chants, banners, and outrage, demanding that judges ignore their duty to enforce immigration law and let criminals walk free. Flashbangs cracked through the night as law enforcement struggled to restore order. We've seen this before, guys. The left screaming about compassion while judges rebel against the law they swore to uphold. But Tom Homan? He's not backing down. Today, we're exposing the truth behind the San Diego protests, the left war on federal law, and why judges are now part of the problem. Stay with us as we break down what Homan Stand means for our republic. So my name is Tom. I'm with the Daily Beltway. I'm also publisher of the Illinois Review and a White House correspondent for the Next News Network. We're going to talk about why Tom Homan's defense of ICE courthouse arrests is exactly what America needs and why the left's rebellion against the rule of law is a threat to our republic. So as you guys know, Tom Homan is no stranger to controversy, but his message on May 30th was as straightforward as it gets. He said there is no sanctuary for a public safety threat. That's the plain truth. ICE agents have the right and the duty to arrest criminal aliens wherever they are, even in courthouses. And Tom Homan is going Tom Homan in this clip. Let's check this out. He's staying up to him. We're going to cut to some of the protests that took place in San Diego over the weekend. It's typical.
ICE was the only law enforcement agency that had a policy: you can't arrest somebody at a courthouse, you can't arrest somebody at a medical center, you can't arrest somebody at a church. And look, there's no sanctuary for a public safety threat or national security threat. So when we lifted that policy, it's like we're not going to raid schools. We're not going to go and raid a school, but if we have an MS-13 member that's a senior in this high school, and we know he's there now, we've been looking for him, we'll work with local authorities to arrest that MS-13 member. Law enforcement does that every day, every other law enforcement agency. So we're no different. But there's no sanctuary for public safety threats and national security threats. But courthouses, look, I've been in courthouses many times, where I watched a father getting arrested in a courtroom for not paying child support. So why can't ICE go in a courthouse and arrest a significant public safety threat? It's the right thing to do. Take them off the streets and put in. And look, if the local prosecutor, the state or federal prosecutor, want to continue with the prosecution, they simply got to agree with us, take them back in custody, let us know when you're done with them. But there's no sanctuary for illegal aliens or a public safety threat in this country.
So I've had the pleasure of meeting Tom Homan a couple times, and he's a wonderful guy. And he is a straight, like, he'll walk up right to you, like right here, and be like, and you're doing whatever, and he has no problem telling anybody how it is. So over the weekend, there were some ICE agents that were going to arrest some illegals that were in an area, and the city of San Diego residents decided to come out there. Letting you guys know there is some crude language in this. I'm sorry, I didn't feel like going through it and bleeping it out for whatever reason. But yeah, so they're out there protesting, trying to keep illegals in the city. Let's see how this goes.
Get inside, get inside, get inside, get inside, get inside. Get inside. Get inside.
In years past, I've covered a lot of stuff, a lot of protests in city of Chicago, D.C. Flashbangs are pretty loud, but they're there to kind of be like, whoa, get your butt in gear and get out of here. They're not meant to hurt anybody. So we'll see.
Get inside, get inside, get inside. Stay right here, stay right here, stay right here. It's okay, it's okay. Stay right here, stay right here.
You guys said nothing's
It's
happening.
okay. It's okay. We're gonna leave right now. Stay right here. It's okay, it's okay.
Mama, Daniela, look at me.
It's okay.
So Tom Homan's statement was in regards to the San Diego protests where they flooded the streets with signs reading "Abolish ICE" and chants demanding an end to law enforcement in courthouses. Law enforcement had to deploy flashbangs just to disperse the chaos. And think about that for a second. The left is protesting ICE for enforcing the law inside the very buildings where justice is supposed to be served. Justices who are sworn to uphold federal law are suddenly deciding what laws they like and which laws they'll ignore. That's not how a republic works. Homan's stance is simple. ICE targets criminals who pose a threat to public safety, gang members, felons, repeat offenders. They're not raiding homes or schools at random. They're in courthouses because sanctuary city policies force them to be there. Local jails refuse to cooperate, so ICE has to act in the one place where criminals are already showing up. And so what's the alternative? Let dangerous criminals walk free? That's a left idea of compassion. And how's that working out for cities like San Francisco, San Diego, Chicago, New York City, where people are getting murdered on a daily basis from people that have no business being in this country? Last weekend, I know this is way off topic, but last weekend, there was a girl on a jet ski who ran over and the front of the jet ski struck this girl's side of her head, and they whisked her away and they hid her. The lady is still running from the police, and she was a Venezuelan illegal immigrant who had way too much to drink, and she was out there on a jet ski attempting to enjoy her day, and then she killed an American citizen, 18 years old, struck by a jet ski. And there are people protesting trying to keep her out of jail for killing somebody, all because they disagree with Trump. It's disgusting. So these judges who refuse to work with ICE are betraying their oaths. They're turning courthouses and sanctuaries for criminals instead of places where justice should be served. It's not wrong. It's dangerous. And so Tom Homan, he knows his fight isn't about politics. It's about protecting the American people. He's not afraid to call out judges who decided they can rewrite the law from the bench. He's also not afraid to call out politicians who'd rather virtue signal than defend public safety. And the San Diego protests were perfect examples when law enforcement tries to do its job in the face of leftist hysteria. Flashbangs became necessary because activists refused to let law and order prevail. That's the left's playbook. They turn every enforcement action to a political circus. It makes me so angry. But here's the thing. Most Americans stand with Tom Homan. A majority of Americans want the law enforced. They want dangerous criminals off the streets, and they want judges to do their jobs. And that's why the Trump administration stands with Homan. He's delivering on the promise of safety, order, and respect for the law. So when you hear the left screaming about flashbangs and ICE, remember this. They're defending criminals, not victims. They're protecting chaos and not communities. And while some judges want to play politics from the bench, Homan's reminding them that the law is the law and no one is above it. So if you guys got value from this news update, hit subscribe, make some comments, hit the like button. All that stuff helps. I'm even though I've been in the news stuff for a long time, I'm doing my own channel, and that really helps get the metrics up there, helps things grow. YouTube restricts how many views you get in the beginning, and it kind of caps out at 2,500 or 1,500 or in some cases 3 views. So every little bit helps. So my take on this is Tom Homan is exactly the leader this republic needs right now. His stand for courthouse arrests is a stand for the rule of law. The left can protest all they want, but their chaos doesn't change the fact that our laws matter. Judges who refuse to enforce immigration laws are undermining the very foundation of our republic. They're turning courtrooms, places meant for justice, into safe havens for criminals. That is not just irresponsible. It's a betrayal of their oath they swore to uphold the law. Homan's no-nonsense approach sends a message. If you're a threat to the republic's safety, ICE will find you no matter where you hide. And that's exactly what American people want. That's what I voted for. I'm pretty sure you guys voted for too. San Diego's protests expose the left's true agenda, shielding criminals while ignoring the safety of law-abiding citizens. This is why it's so important to stand with Tom Homan and the Trump administration as they fight to restore order and accountability. So let's be clear. This is about more than politics. It's about the safety of our families, the integrity of our courts, and the survival of our republic. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Stay informed, stay engaged, stay not woke, and God bless.